Okay, this is a follow-up on the Emerson motor running on lower amps using capacitance. What I've got here is a 1-horse Emerson, and right in here you can see where I've went in and tapped into the two fields, and I run them out to these two loops so that I can put an amp meter on them to find out what the amps are doing. And here on this switches here, when the two switches on the right are in the up position, that's normal as the motor is wired from the factory. And when they're switched down, it puts them into series for 220 volt application. But in this demonstration, we're not going to run in the series mode. And the switch on the left, in the up position, the start coil is activated for the initial start of the motor, and in the down position, of course, you can run the power off of that start coil when the motor is running. Right here I've got some little electrical plugs where I can attach my the two leads coming from the capacitors. And what we're going to do here, I'm going to start this motor without a load. I don't have no belt on it, and it's going to a 60-pound flywheel and back to an alternator. We're going to start this up, and I'm going to show you the amp draws. First, I'm going to get this thing started. Okay, you want to hold that up there? Okay, 9.3 amps with no load. Now I'm going to plug in these two capacitors. And it dropped down to 1.8 amps. Okay, now I'm going to disconnect the capacitors, and we're going to pop that belt back on now as soon as this thing winds down a little bit.
I'll do it. Alright, see, your hand is in the way.
Okay, now we're going to take a look at the amps. We're going to load on this little motor. I have taken the capacitors back off. I got 207 microfarads of capacitance for this little motor here, and we're going to fire this up. Let me zoom in on this before I do that. Okay. Okay, it's drawing 9.4 amps. This is a test lead coming in from the power supply, our local utility. Now I'm going to hook my two leads back up to the capacitors. And it's dropped down to 2.3 amps. Okay, let me see this for a second. Now across one field I have 4.4 amps present. And 4.6 present on the other side. So there's over 9 amps bouncing back and forth between these capacitors and the motor.
Now you should show the startup, Mike. The difference in the startup.
Okay, we're going to shut this down. And then I'm going to start it under a load with the capacitance.
There's a major drop on input amps with that when you do this.
Okay, our pulley has stopped, and here we go. 2 amps. 2.2, 2.3, somewhere in there. About 1,790 RPMs. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching.